it to download your lead. I have to, a story. We're gonna do this real quick. I have a story that I have to share with you. Recently, I was talking to a good friend of mine who is also in marketing, and we were talking about content repurposing. She asked me what it was all about, and I was explaining to her, and I was so excited with what I was saying. I was, trying to impress her, explaining, well, initially, we take a video just like this one, and we have our client create that, and from there we edit it. Then we create a blog post from that, then a LinkedIn article, and blah, 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 blah. If you're interested in learning about content repurposing, check out one of our past videos. We explain the whole process of exactly what you need to do to maximize your content without feeling like you're constantly posting and constantly trying to devise and create a plan of just content. It can be so exhausting. Anyways, back on track. So we were talking about this whole content repurposing, and she said to me, Katie, it's just a blog post. It's not that big of a deal. And I swear to you, my chin fell to the floor. I looked at her and I go, it's just a blog post? It's not just a blog post. This is the opportunity for you to, number one, show your thought leadership. Number two, show your expertise. Number three, answer the question, why does my client or my customer want my product or service? There's so many opportunities for you to create content that resonates with your audience, that makes them feel seen, makes them feel heard. And it got me thinking, if my friend in marketing doesn't understand the power of a blog post, chances are mainstream doesn't understand it either. So I came up with this idea to create this video to show you all of the stuff that goes into the backside. Because honestly, writing the post, that's the easy part. It's all of the other stuff that you have to have in line to ensure that your post is actually going to do something for you. My name is Katie. I'm with Brand Yourself Consulting, and I am so excited to share with you this process. So let's start. Before you sit down and you type away and you create your content, I want you to think about a couple of things. Number one, I want you to think about what is the topic that you're going to talk about, and specifically, what is the goal that you want to achieve from this blog post? What are you trying to get your people to do? You have to tell your audience exactly what you want them to do in your blog post. Whether it's downloading your lead generator, maybe it's commenting or liking or sharing your blog post with their audience and their customer base or their fan base or whatever it is. Maybe it's to reach out to you to see if your services or products can actually help them. Or you want to know what? Maybe it's just comment below and show me that this resonates with you. This blog post was important enough for you to share your 2 cents below. Regardless of what you want your customer to do, you have to make sure that you identify that before you get into the process of all of the writing. All right, so you know your topic. You also have your call to action identified. Your next step, before you start writing away, is to actually create an outline. I know, outlines are boring. Some people think pointless, but they're actually super important. Why? Because it keeps you on topic, it keeps what you're saying relevant, and it keeps your call to action in mind. So, you've created your topic, you've created your call to action or what it is you want your audience to do. Now you've created your outline. Now I'm giving you permission to type away and tell your audience exactly what it is that you want them to know. Type away, make it be fierce, make it be bold, have it be in your language and what your voice and tone is for your business. All right, you are done. Praise the Lord, right? That was that's an amazing blog post that you just created. Before you click post, there are a couple of things I need you to do. I want to make sure that you understand the importance of visual branding. Visual branding is more than just a logo. It's more than the pretty photos that are in your social feeds and on your website. Visual branding is encompassed in every single thing that you post and it is associated with whether it's your personal brand or it's your business. You have to make sure the imagery that you are using on your blog post is resonating and is on brand with your business. So let's say your imagery is super light and airy. Stay away from dark and dingy photos. Well, moody, and maybe it goes in line with the content that you're creating and the topic of what you're saying. Maybe you have a very heavy topic that you want to talk about. Stay away from that because it's not going to resonate with your audience, and honestly, it's going to confuse them. Think about it this way. What is it that you more than likely remember? Is it an image or is it a word? 9 times out of 10, it's not the word, it's the image. So keep that in mind when you're creating your future images for your blog posts so you can then reinforce what your brand is all about. Okay, another topic that I have to remind so many people about, white space. White space is equally important in blog posts as it is in social media posts. Make sure you are creating paragraphs. Make sure that it's not just one heavy text. There are bullet points. Maybe you have a numbered list, whatever it is. You're using bold text where appropriate. You're creating sub-headlines or anything within there. Or maybe you are pulling out a super important quote from your blog and you are using that with the fancy quote option that most online blogging services have available. Okay, your blog is looking good, it sounds good, it's all amazing, but we are not done yet. The next thing I want to talk to you about is the importance of SEO. SEO and blogging, yes, believe it or not, it is a thing. The thing is, SEO helps your content go to the people that you want it to. And how do they do that? Because the SEO or the meta description of what they call an actual tag. Let's say you search a topic on LinkedIn and your blog post pops up. Your meta description is the little blip of text that is shown right under the title of the actual blog post, or maybe it's a video or whatever it is. Make sure that description is keyword rich with words and topics that your audience is searching for. Now, keywords, super important. You can do too many keywords, so keep it in mind. You're going to want to make sure that you are using the most important and the most relevant keywords in this 150 character meta description. That's all the characters you have, so don't waste time creating a 400 character description because you gotta take 65% of it off. 150 characters is all you need to do to create a meta description. So you have your meta description taken care of. If you need to change your title on your blog post, you can actually create a custom SEO title as well. I'm gonna leave that one up to you. I would highly recommend it if your blog post is titled 5 Things I Wish I Knew a Year Ago, ... Maybe you want to expand on that a little bit more, and that's where your opportunity to create that SEO title will be to explain a little bit more in context of what are the 5 things you really wish you knew a year ago. Maybe it's involved with social media marketing. Maybe it's around a super hot topic that is relevant to your audience and your customer base. Whatever it is, that's your option to customize that a little bit more. There's a lot of power in titles like 5 Things I Wish I Knew a Year Ago, ... It creates an excitement and an urgency for your audience to actually click on it and read your blog post, but it's not an effective post title when it comes to your SEO search and your SEO reach. Now you gotta create your blog excerpt. What the heck is that? That is the little bit of text that's actually shown in your blog post on your blog, your main blog page. This I typically have around like 300 characters. Something short, something sweet, something sexy that shows people, hey, this is something that I want to read. It teases the audience about what your blog post is about. Leave them questioning so they actually click on the link and read the full blog post. Okay, we are there. I am going to give you full permission now, after you've done the steps I previously talked about, to actually click either post or schedule. Whatever it is you need to do, that's your prerogative. But let's fast forward. Your blog post is posted. You can't just post, shut your computer and say, I'm done, this thing's gonna go viral. Now you need to figure out how you're gonna get this out in front of your audience. Yes, people still use RSS feeds. Yes, people still get notified when you do post some content if they're an active follower. But you also have to tell those people that aren't tapped within your community and your world what to do and where your content is. So determine and decide where you're going to post this. Maybe you're gonna throw it in show notes on a recent podcast that you have, that you're featured on, or maybe you did a podcast about it. Maybe you're going to create some social posts. That's a really easy one. Maybe you're going to create an article on LinkedIn that teases your audience about this topic, and then the call to action within that LinkedIn article or that LinkedIn newsletter is to actually go to your blog and read the full blog post. Whatever it is, you have to think that through, and then you have to create content that resonates so your blog post can actually get out into the world, because guess what? Whatever it is that you have to say, there is somebody out there that is looking for the exact same thing that you are looking for or that you have created. So make sure you tell people that it is there. Now, finally, here we are. We've made it to the end. Now, after you've posted it on your social channels, maybe you've asked for comments, or you've noticed people are commenting on your blog post with their insights or maybe their questions. Now you've got to do the engagement. Now you've got to do the work to show your audience that you care about what they have to say. Now you've got to engage with your community and talk to them. Maybe somebody shared your blog post and you got pinged saying somebody shared your post or somebody reshared your post. Make sure to go to that and say, hey, thanks for sharing it. Let me know what the most useful thing is that you found in this blog post. Maybe somebody leaves a comment or a question and asks for further clarification. Make sure you comment, engage with that audience, because guess what? I have said it earlier in this video. If somebody is taking the time to comment, that means that what they are saying is resonating with them. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope it helps you understand and explain how complex just a blog post is. And I hope you do truly understand the power of what a blog post can do for you. I have seen it with people that I follow and people that I look up to in this social media marketing industry. I have also witnessed it firsthand with clients of my own. A blog post that goes viral can do amazing things for your business. And I invite you to take the time to do the proper steps, because guess what? Again, like I said, what you have to share is important. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you soon.